when I shook his hand and told them, hey, I'm a military veteran and I have my own commercial cleaning company, and that we do employ 80% of our employees are veterans. Okay. As soon as I said that, this man said, well, wow. Well, first of all, my son was a veteran, he deceased, but I'm also a military veteran. That immediately opened up doors. Okay. Because automatically people see that, hey, I know what I used to do back then. I know what he can do now. So let's come together and form a partnership. This guy has spoke about me at different meetings, like with the VA mentoring program they have there. I've been invited to that one. Also, I've been invited to the VFW meetings so I can come and speak to some of their people. So just speak to anybody. I don't care where you're going. You may be going to church one day and on the way back home, you see somebody working. Stop. Just speak. Always have a business card in your pocket. But also try to look professional at all times. It's not about wearing a suit every day. It's just about looking presentable and acting professional at all times. Okay, because you never know who's watching you to give you business, the same way as that you're watching them to get business from them. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, hi there.
There you go.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions you'd like to ask EP or myself at this point? Yeah, Joe.
Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, there you go. Hi, Joe.
Yeah, so my name is Joseph, and I got an email for this informational session. I spoke to you, Mark, about maybe 18 months ago or 2 years before the pandemic, and just inquiring about the program that you have here. I'm located out here in Monterey County, California.
Okay.
Very very high tourism here. It's like San Diego.
Highway 1 in the morning.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. So I had a question. My question is that I think Eugene mentioned about hiring veterans. What is the percentage of employees you have that are veterans and non-veterans in something like this?
Hey, great question. Honestly, right now I have 5 veterans and I have 3 non-veterans. One is a Hispanic lady. Other 2 are 2 guys that are the second chance offenders. So what is that percentage? It's over 50%, put it like that.
Yeah.
And I apologize. But my goal is always try to be at least 75. The reason why, because in Houston, right behind Los Angeles, we're the 2, Los Angeles and Houston are the 2 largest cities per capita for veterans. Okay. So with veterans, you're going to have, with those large number of veterans, you're going to have a lot of unemployed veterans, homeless veterans, or veterans who just looking for a second chance to get back in the workforce. So, but right now I'm looking at that amount. But as projects go, what I do is I go with like the unemployment offices, the veteran, like with the VA, they have the regional offices where they help veterans find jobs. So you come up with a partnership with them to get hire new veterans. Okay, just by going there and talking with them, making a partnership, you're gonna get a stream of veterans who need jobs. Also, like I said, I deal with the second chance offenders because a lot of these people, as long as they don't do a violent crime or a sexual crime, I use that veteran who's more likely was an NCO or an officer in the military. Now they become a mentor for that second chance offender. Mm. So you give them back that sense of pride, that sense of being needed, and a sense of leadership again. So guess what? Now it's helping your business grow. Because the more they feel like they're back in a mode where they're actually serving somebody, trust me, sir, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, and veterans working with other veterans, it's just so much more effective that way. And there's so many veterans, particularly those that have come out of combat, that their very first job really should be with other veterans, because yes, it is too much of a leap to go from combat into working for a civilian. And so
Got
yeah,
it.
that's good. As you can see, is a Christian and has a pastor's heart. So he's always out there to help other people and always trying to lift up the underdog. And I really appreciate having people like that on my team.
Nice.
But Joe, that was a great question. Can I ask you, what do you do right now?
Well, more of a student. The last couple of years, I've just focused on students. I was in the Marine Corps, and then I was a police officer. And
Wow.
so you combine those two, and I ended up going through a couple of injuries along the way. And so, yeah, that's it. I've been mostly studying, doing a lot of studying the past couple of years, getting some degrees and stuff. And yeah, and so that's kind of where I'm at, is just absorbing everything I can and find out, which is a good fit.
Well, Joe, one thing about us too, and I'm glad you brought that up. One thing about us, and Mark, you can caveat, but we're not just in the business of trying to start you into a commercial cleaning company. We're trying to help you just get your foot in the door, starting a business, period. What I didn't tell you, I own a security company. And because, hey, just like cleaning, nobody can patrol or be a security guard better than a military veteran. Believe it or not, because everybody don't want to clean. Some people have handicaps where they can't actually bend over or pick up a lot of stuff, but they know how to observe and report. They know how to be a menacing presence, to be a deterrent to someone stealing something. Also, believe it or not, a lot of private citizens right now, due to this higher crime rate going up around the United States right now, a lot of people, veterans, are starting companies to be private security for people. Just escort them to a store, walking with them throughout the store, and make sure they get back home safe. That is a huge business. A lot of people not looking at. But as a veteran, think about it. I got some information if you're interested in starting. Plus, you already have that police experience. You're going to get a lot of contracts just because you have that experience and as a veteran.
The advantage is what I found in my experience is that's one of the other contracts you can get once you get your toe in the door. As cleaning an office, you get to know the owner, you get to know the employees. People see your people; they know who you are. Then it's easier to pick up those accounts because most businesses or business areas have to have a security firm at nighttime to go around 2 or 3 times a night, make sure the doors are locked, things of that sort. No one's camping out in the parking lot, things of that sort. And so it's easy to pick up those accounts as auxiliary accounts to your janitorial account. At least that's been my experience. And so yeah, as I say, the janitorial business for me. Primarily, I did it because I needed to make more money than I was making, and I knew that starting my own business would be the best way to do that. It's not like I actually do love to clean, by the way. I have a little bit of OCD, and I love to make things shine. But so I did enjoy being a janitor, and that the only hardship for me in being a janitor is that it takes you away from your family at night, and so I didn't enjoy that part. And so as quickly as possible, I hired employees and well, the first person you have to hire is like your first sergeant, someone who's going to manage your business, hire, fire. You go out, you get accounts, you're out, going networking and you're having breakfast with people and you're having lunch with people and you're playing golf with people and things of that sort. And you're picking up accounts and you're on TV and you're on radio and you're giving speeches and stuff like that. But you're just the business owner out there marketing for veterans and for U.S. military clean. And so that's your job. You can even turn that job over to somebody else. And so for me, I always wanted to teach. I love kids and I love to coach sports. And so I was a high school dropout. And so when I, through U.S. military clean after a couple of years, it was just ran itself. And so I was able to go back to school and I was able to teach in Compton. I was able to teach in South Central Los Angeles and in Pomona, and I was able to teach in Laguna Beach, and I was able to teach in San Juan Capistrano. And I got to coach kids, and I got to change lives. And to me, you know, they didn't have to pay me to do that. It's just what I always wanted to do. But I never wanted to make the same money as a school teacher. I don't know how they survive. You know, I was living at first time I got a job, I was making $800 a month. I mean, I was crazy as a school teacher. But that's the thing that owning your own business allows you to do, is it sets you free, so that now that you have all this education, Joe, you know, or whatever kind of business you wanted to get into, or whatever you wanted to do in your life, you know, you're going to have the freedom to do it. You can make enough money in this business quickly enough so that you can just be set free to just kind of oversee your business, make sure that it's being managed well, everyone's getting paid, that everyone's getting trained well, stuff like that. But you're not doing any of the work yourself. Your life's really free now to do whatever you want to do. And that's the nice thing. The nicest thing in the world for me is it set me free. It set me free from anxiety and stress. It set me free to be a better father, a better husband, just to enjoy my life more. I'm also a Christian and a pastor. I was able to start churches and Bible studies and do missionary work and things like that, that if I had a job, I never would have been able to do any of those things. And so owning a business, I think, is the best thing a veteran can do.
Nice. Thank you.
And that,
So
that's all
another question, Mark. Another question on that, and it sounds like you're in San Diego, California. So do you need specific licensing to the state of California? Just for example, you mentioned like offshoots of cleaning, like landscaping. And I know that like in landscaping, you need like landscapers contracting license and so forth. For janitorial service, do you need any type of licensing in California?
you know, you don't need any license for janitorial service. Now, when you work with real estate people and you're doing move-ins and move-outs for property managers, California has the strictest licensing there is in the entire union. And so you do have to be careful state by state when you're doing move-in and move-out. If someone wants to replace a toilet, maybe you're not allowed to do that in your state. If someone wants you to replace a marble countertop, maybe you're not allowed to do that in your state unless you have a license. And so you do have to check on those things sometimes. But basic cleaning, painting, landscaping, you know, just getting a house ready for a realtor usually doesn't apply. If you were into business just to do that, then you would need a license. That's the best answer I can give, except that always check with your own state, your own county, to make sure that, you know, you're not doing anything untoward.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Well, then I don't want to take any more time. You want to close with anything you need?
And real quickly, Mark, you was just bringing that up about maintenance. Let's talk about that. Just touch on that real quick. Originally, U.S. military the organization was about maintenance. It was about cleaning and maintenance. And I know with Mr. Mark, that's still part of his dream that, you know, most of us still have that ability to do basic maintenance, whether it's changing a light bulb, changing a filter out for a customer. Believe it or not, that adds on to not only profit, but it markets you better to get other big contracts with other companies. So I hope that answered your question as well. But like you're saying, it depends on the state. Like here in Texas, you really don't have to have a license to clean. But one thing you do have to do is every state you have to be vetted. So that's something to think about. They do vet you like these different construction companies, the realtor offices. They want to make sure that, you know, you have a website that's easy to be viewed. You do have some type of insurance for you and your people and stuff like that. So just having a nice, so those type of things, that vets you. But we'll help you with that. That's
we'll make sure you have all those things. In addition to that, we make sure you get OSHA certified, and that's the federal government certification. And so, so 3 areas in particular, we want you to be have bloodborne pathogen certification, which I provide to you myself. But then I also encourage you to go and get the OSHA certification, which is far more in depth. Also, green cleaning, so that you know how to keep an office allergy-free, COVID-free. Bloodborne pathogens is the same thing. It protects the office from being infectious, and so you learn about that. And then we also have hazmat cleanup, because as I was saying, if someone's going to go build a building, go talk to the contractor before he starts building and get that contract. Because I think that EP was talking to a guy who had something like 960 condominiums that he was going to build, and he needed someone to go in after they were built, because they're going to be dusty. They're going to be paint dust all over everything. And so basically you got to dust the whole thing and vacuum the whole thing and clean out all the drawers and everything so people can move in. Well, you can charge around $200 per apartment times 960.
Yep.
And so and if that contractor is building that high rise, he's building other ones too. And so real easily you can make money in this business. That's not a hard part, not the making the money. I had one guy have over, was it 400,000 or 800,000? $400,000 in accounts in his first 8 months. That's what it was, $400,000 in accounts in his first 8 months. And so I'll tell you this, though, he was out of business in a year, because it's not the question of getting accounts. That's easy to do. That's the easiest part of this business, particularly as a U.S. veteran, and the way I help you market, because I know what to say. I've gotten so many accounts over my lifetime that I know exactly who to talk to, exactly what to say, exactly how to close, and how to walk out with the account. I mean, I've helped some Marines here in San Diego. It takes me an hour to go get a new account for them. And so anyway, I'm going to teach you how to do all that. We're going to make sure you're certified, you have insurance, that you know how to incorporate your business, that everything about your business is, you know, that you've done everything right. And so I take you through step by step. I'm going to provide all your equipment for you, build your marketing platform. So when I say that, there's a website, but also I build you a marketing platform on LinkedIn, and on Facebook, and on Instagram as well. And I train you how to get your business started, provide all your equipment, provide all your certifications. This takes like a week to ship all your equipment, get your certifications, get you trained. And so if you start on a Monday, the following Monday, you should be able to start work. You should have some work already lined up for yourself, so you know you're going to be working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then your business just takes off. It's like shooting an arrow. It just keeps going. And so it's a pretty easy business to start. And I'm not trying to sell you on anything, because I don't make any money at this. It's a mentoring program. My calling in life is to help veterans get their feet on the ground financially and to liberate their lives. And I know how to do that because I did it for myself. And so, and now I've helped 200 veterans do this too, a few dozens of them. So anyway, if you're interested and you want to know more, just contact me or Eugene, and we'll get you started. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so God bless you, everybody. Anything else, Joe?
Hey, Mr. Joe, nice meeting you. Nice talking to you, brother. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Okay, God bless you,
Likewise. Thank you. Thank you very much for the time.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Everybody be safe, be blessed.